In the mind of a Sony fan, in the mind of a pony, the recent sales of the Xbox Series console means that Xbox is dead. It means that, Xbox will not be making any more hardware.
Goodbye, my friend. So long, pal. Bye.
So long,
Bye-bye.
old friend.
Bye.
Goodbye, old buddy.
So long, Methuselah.
Yes, these ponies think that they are the main character. They think that they run the gaming industry.
We have the power. We decide what's hot. If we don't go, nobody goes. If we don't support, nobody supports. We control what's cool. We control what's hot. We control what your kids listen to, what they dance to. We control what's in video games. We control how they wear their pants, sag their pants. We control everything. I'm going to take your souls.
Come on out, you rapist!
Come on, Vince, you have to say allegedly. You have to say allegedly. Yes, these ponies think that they are winning because of the console sales. But how many times do we have to tell these ponies that long ago, both Microsoft and Sony would have said that they are not to be judged by how many consoles they sell. Yes, that's an old metric of how a company is doing. Currently, the new metric is not only console sales but the MAUs, the monthly active users. And guess what? Although Sony does say they have over 100 million monthly active users, based on our current reports, Microsoft has over 500 million monthly active users. And that's not my opinion, that's what the evidence is showing. So while these ponies go around thinking that they are the main character, really and truly they have no games. Because recently we had a Sony CES presentation, and these guys thought that this was the secret showcase to be hosted by Michael Jackson. Yes, they believe that some heavy hitters was about to be announced at the showcase. So let's see what was announced. So one franchise was mentioned in CES. It was Horizon. Now, would it be a brand new Horizon game, or where these ponies could talk about alloyed pink fuzz? No, it was a Horizon TV show. Wow, a Horizon TV show. No games, but a TV show. Of course, Sony won't only talk about Horizon. Sony would no doubt talk about something about games. What about her Helldivers? Would Helldivers see a new game, or would it see new DLC? What would Helldivers see? What's this? A Helldivers Sony Pitya? What Pitya? So wait, I thought these ponies were saying that it had some secret showcase that was going to show some of the heavy hitting bangers PlayStation 5, PlayStation 5 Pro would have been getting. Was it a lie? Come on, Sony has to have one game announcement at this showcase. I mean, what about Ghost of Tsushima? Obviously, they are talking about Ghost of Tsushima. Well, yes, they are talking about Ghost of Tsushima, but they are only talking about an anime coming. No new games, just an anime. So at this CES, Sony did not announce or talk about any sort of game. They only talked about TV. What is the roadmap of the PlayStation console? Where are the games, ponies? Could anyone tell me that? Are you guys starving for games? I mean, the answer is obvious. Yes, these ponies are starving for games. That is why they are constantly hoping and praying that Xbox give them games. But today, we are going to talk about how the majority of the PlayStation Nation was wrong. They said that they would not make any more consoles, any more Xbox consoles. But this latest rumor is proving that narrative to be wrong. Not only the rumor, but also statements that would have been made by Phil Spencer in the past would, coincide with this rumor. So sit back, relax, and let's get it.
This is a sickness!
Let's get it. So before we continue the video, guys, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. We are on the road to 4,000 subscribers. So if this type of content interests you, please consider subscribing. We give you great Xbox content. We throw in some Nintendo news here and there. And of course, we talk about the Sony pony salt. I mean, this type of salt is good for the knees, it's good for the back, and it's also good for the elbows. So if this type of content interests you, please consider subscribing. Now let's get back to the video. First up, let's talk quickly about how one person would have replicated the specs of the Xbox Series S, and we won't believe which game is running on the Xbox Series S. Look at this. Yes, it is Black Myth Wukong running on a PC with the same specs of Xbox Series S. So how could they say that this game cannot run on the Xbox Series S when we are clearly seeing before our eyes it's running with the exact same specs? And guess what? The Xbox Series S would have a bigger advantage because they have special tools and special help from Microsoft to get this game running. But this one lone guy was able to get Black Myth Wukong running on specs equivalent to an Xbox Series S, destroying the narrative of game science and all the rest of so-called ponies who have been saying that the Series S cannot run Black Myth Wukong. So how do you like me now? It's very clear that all of this was cap. There are two main things that Xbox critics talk about when they talk about Xbox. Number one is that they say Microsoft messaging is messed up when it comes to their game, and they are not being very clear of the messaging. Well, Xbox fan would have done a smash up helping those individuals who cannot comprehend well, to help them to see what is Microsoft messaging. It's very clear that any device that has Game Pass, any device that allows you to have a gamer tag, that is an Xbox. In addition to that, it's very clear what is Microsoft doing with their games and how they are going about, distributing their first-party content. Of course, it's by a case-by-case basis they are doing it. But you know what? Let this mashup tell us what Phil Spencer and the team there is doing.
Available. For us, this is about gamers having great access to the content from the creators they love on the devices they own. Play the games that you want with the community that you want to play on the devices that you have. That's our goal.
In terms of where games will show up, our commitment is that our games will show up in Game Pass and on PC and on console and be available in xCloud. In terms of other platforms, I think we'll take it on a case-by-case basis. And we want Xbox ecosystem to be absolutely the best place to play. And we think game availability is absolutely part of that.
It is about reaching more players. As you say, it's about games that are played and finding those players wherever they are as we continue to expand the great capability of gaming to more and more people. That I think is just that's going to be so fun to watch as people around the planet get more and more ability to experience the things that Bethesda is capable of building. And this is all about the mission that we have of the power of play, to unite people across the planet. 3 billion people playing video games. We want to ensure that anybody who wants to will be able to experience the great games that we're going to build together.
How you're able to grow Xbox beyond its current boundaries to something much bigger and broader.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like this fundamental acceleration to our vision, like the ability to actually make it possible for someone to play Bethesda games, on any device, if it's PC, if it's console, but also a mobile device or any other type of smart screen in the future is just incredible. And, partners look at you guys partnering with us and they feel even more passionate about that vision. And so it dramatically accelerates our ability to just reach players around the world.
Doing a $70 billion acquisition will push us to try to do more. It'll push us on cloud. It'll push us to go find customers in new places, continue to think about access to amazing games. Like, I want to give you the choice on how you play your games and who you play with, and not try to do slimy platform things to force you to do what I want you to do. Give the players choice and what they want to do and who they play with.
So the messaging is very clear. Microsoft is giving the gamer, us, the power to choose where we want to play Microsoft games. It could be on a console, it could be on your phone, it could be on the television, it could even be on a PC. Wherever you want to play your games, the power is yours. Choose. So I hope that clears up any misunderstanding from any pony bots or pony what Microsoft is doing. Another sticking point that persons say that Microsoft, is doing wrong is that they are getting out of the console business. I don't know how many persons would have said that. Just look at these persons who would have said it here. Look at these persons on Twitter who will have go around saying Microsoft is going out of the console business. Even an Xbox dude, Matty Plays, even believed at one point in time that Microsoft is going to get out of the console business. Listen to what he's saying here.
When it comes to their future, I am I'm not fully convinced there will be a box.
I beg your pardon?
Just because of the usage they've done, the usage of words, like the platform is a word they've used, or anywhere, Game Pass exists on a screen. And I know it's Tim Stewart, but they've said Phil, anywhere Game Pass exists. I feel like the platform is shifting, and this might be option, if they do some type of hardware, it's going to be option 1A. It's kind of play your games, but it's not the same as it used to be. And obviously we can only be so clairvoyant in that we're talking 5 years or so from now. A lot can change in that window of time. So we'll see, but I'm not fully convinced, especially with the next controller they're doing, that this is going to be this piece of hardware that you find in a storefront, and that you need to download your games. They talk about how more people than ever stream their games first before committing to buying them. So I get why the hardware is necessary, and I advocate for it, but I think they're trying to get rid of it. I do.
Wow. I can't believe these guys really thought that Microsoft is getting out of the console business. Well, not only did Phil Spencer say that they are not coming out of the console business, that they are going to make more hardware, we have a latest rumor who is saying that, Microsoft is making a new console. But this console is going to be a powerhouse. It's going to be called Xbox Prime. Listen to this article.
New rumor says Xbox's next general console is a 2026 release and called Xbox Prime. A new rumor has circulated online that the next-gen Xbox, called Xbox Prime, is targeting a 2026 release date. The news comes from X, formerly Twitter, account The Ghost of Hope, who has a history of posting primarily Call of Duty leaks. According to Hope, he says that he's heard the next Xbox console is still coming in 2026 and will be called Xbox Prime. He continues to say that it's unclear if the console's name is the codename or not, and that Infinity Ward's next Call of Duty title, presumably Modern Warfare 4, will be a day one release. Hope later continues that the Xbox next-gen release is pretty much an open secret within the industry. If the rumor proves to be true, it could suggest that we could be hearing about the next-generation Xbox sooner rather than later, possibly by the end of the year. As for whether the rumor is true, Hope has had a history of posting Call of Duty leaks and is known to have sources within Activision and Call of Duty development teams, and with the company now owned by Microsoft, it's entirely plausible that he's been given the information from a developer working on a next-gen version of Call of Duty 2026. As Hope points out, hopefully, the rumor leads to others with knowledge of the console speaking out to other leakers or journalists to confirm or deny the rumors. As of September 2024, the Xbox Series X has sold 29.64 million units, half of that of the PlayStation 5 60 million. What do you think of a next-generation Xbox console releasing in 2026? Do you think the next gen Xbox is called Xbox Prime? Let us know in the comments or our community forum. For more insider gaming coverage, check out the news that Notch has basically announced Minecraft 2 feet.
So there you have it. Microsoft is making another console. If it is anyone thought Microsoft would have not been making another console, have to be crazy, have to be smoking Johnny Walker. It's very clear that there is a huge market still for console gamers, and Microsoft is going to make one of the most powerful and most competent consoles out there. So let me hear what you thought about this video. Let me hear what you think about what Microsoft is doing in the comment sections below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.